this week. So I was.
Hey man, peace everybody. Welcome back to All Viral Access Media, man. Salute the camp for having the Punisher on the show. Come to find out that they from the damn near the same neighborhood in Harlem, played for the same team, but at different times, something like that. But anyway, the questions is crazy. I already know y'all watched this already, probably, but this for those who haven't. But we're gonna get right into it, man. This is crazy, man.
Reading that in the beginning, you didn't even know what was going on, that it was even Puff was participating. Could you explain your first time going to one of these events?
Yeah, so I really believed they were a married couple. Like when I got there, I didn't recognize Cassie.
Right.
Like I saw her face, she looked familiar, but honestly, when I saw her, I thought she was Megan Good.
Right.
Like if I was gonna pin, I was like, yo, I think this is Megan Good. But then when I looked on the Google, Megan Good was much thicker. So I couldn't really figure it out. So, and then when she said her husband, when Puff walks out to finally, do his voyeur thing and see what's going on.
So hold on real quick. It didn't start with Puff in the room.
Nah, it never started with him in the room.
Okay.
It would only be me and her. And she said at some point, her husband's going to walk in and I'm not supposed to acknowledge him, look at him, act like he's not even in the room.
Right.
So we'll be like on the couch, let's say on one end of the room, and then like on the far end of the room, it'll be like a table with a chair. And eventually he'll come in the room and like sit in the area, of course, the room, like watching, and we're supposed to act like he's not there.
How often, pardon me, not how often, how long did it take until you realized that it was Diddy?
What do you think, John, would happen if people
happens.
asked for help more often?
I think if men begin to ask for help and say,
bro, like I want to say like over a year.
Get the
Now, let me ask this question. Do y'all believe that it was a whole year that he figured out it was Puff? There's no way that you can't tell the Diddy bopper nigga. You can't tell that's not him sitting over there. Come on, man. But anyway.
fuck out of here. A whole year? Why? So let me, how long, okay, let's, I want to stick to that for a second, but how long did you know till it was Cassie?
So the minute I found out it was Diddy, that's when I knew it was Cassie.
So it took a year for you to find out for Cassie as well?
Yeah, yo,
Okay.
I didn't recognize it. Like when I jumped out of it, I did try to do the Google searches. Like I wanted to try to figure out who it was,
Right.
but I'm Googling a married couple.
Right.
So every result I'm getting is not leading me to the right places because they're not married.
Got you.
You know? So then, and I never found out with a visual cue. It was a hotel, the ex's house. And I would get there, let's say 2 a.m, and sometimes nothing would pop off for hours. So in this case, they threw me in like an extra room in the suite. Mm-hmm. And just to kill time, I happened to cut on the TV, and the TV had a welcome message. So the TV said, yo, ex's house would like to welcome Mr. Sean Combs. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I had no idea, man.
So that's how you found out that it was Cassie and Diddy by just cutting on the TV and seeing the introduction.
But in this video, when he says that he was talking to Cassie to give instructions, he will give instructions majority of the time, but he would direct the questions to Cassie, and Cassie will relate it to him. And you still can't tell by the voice that was P. Diddy over there, even though he's butt naked with the damn Muslim thing over the eyes and the fitted hat low. You can't tell that's Playboy over there. I'm not questioning his sexuality. I don't think he rocked that way. I don't know. But at the end of the goddamn day, you knew that was Playboy over there. That's just my assumption.
And on the television. Wow.
And on the TV.
Wow. I seen also in the transcripts that you would say that it was just a sex scene in the beginning. Nothing, no intercourse. How long until you had actual intercourse? What was happening in the first few sessions when it wasn't any intercourse?
Nah, it was only the first session where it wasn't intercourse.
Cam is good with the questions. He's good.
So 10 times, one time it was only not intercourse the first time.
The first time. And it was offered, yo. But I was so bugged out. Like this wasn't my hustle, right? So I'm really in there thinking this is a married couple. and they want to do some voyeur sexy scene. So we did the like set up on the couches, the baby all rubbed down or whatever. And then at some point, Puff jumped up. I didn't know it was him. He left the room. She left the room to talk to him, and she came back like, yo, that was perfect. We happy, we good. And then she said to me, yo, do you want to finish? Meaning, you know, I guess, do I want to bust a nut? You know what I'm saying? And my first example, you know, I'm trying to be professional. Like, I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like, if y'all good, I'm good. This ain't about me. And I just left, you know, but she did say, all right, well, when we get back in town, we want to hit you again. Is it okay? I'm like, yeah, I just got $2K to rub down like a super bad chick. So I'm not, of course I'm down if you want to hit me back. But it was offered to me the first time, and I actually turned it down, yo. Trying to be on some professional.
Right. Was baby
now, fellas, you would have turned it down? She said, if you want to finish the bust that nut, I let you answer it.
Oil mandatory?
Mandatory, yo.
Yeah, he got a baby oil. That's just mandatory. I seen also in the transcripts that you said it was just supposed to be like a sexy scene, meaning that Puff would tell you to move the candles a certain way, or tell her to move the candles a certain way for lighting purposes for his visual. Could you explain that?
Yeah, so like when I first got in there, she made it clear that this was a scene we were setting up for her husband.
Okay.
So, you know, it was like couches, all the furniture in the suite was covered in sheets. Like everything was covered in sheets. So it was like a single chair across from like a big sofa. And we were supposed to sit on there and kind of, I put oil on myself. She's supposed to do the same. And then at some point we're rubbing on each other and we doing little like masturbating. I'm masturbating, she's masturbating, but you could tell it was an act.
Right.
Like we're like in character, like one of them corny Cinemax movies, you know what I'm saying? Like the sex scene in the little Cinemax movies. So we're trying to make it look like the part, you know? And then he would give subtle cues because he's across the room and the room's dark, everything's candle lit. And he'll say like, yo, move a little bit, yo, move the candle, I can't really see, or move the body. And he would never talk to me, not one word to me.
But the good thing, he don't never talk to him, but he's giving instructions for him to see him. He already know what Cassie looked like. So that's why he want a whole bunch of Astroglide and baby oil all over your body so he could see you. You know what I mean? He want to see the water dripping off your body, nigga. I pause for the pauses out there. Let's continue, goddammit.
Only to her. And if it's instructions for me, it goes to her and she tells me. So it was like a real scripted kind of routine. And it really went like that every single time.
So he was basically orchestrating a sex scene without directly talking to you, but telling her certain things.
Exactly.
Wow. Crazy. I seen also in the transcript, or I actually heard you talk about this, that Puff would have the Muslim mask on and be naked from the neck down. What was that like? Pause.
Bro, that was like the weirdest shit ever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's already weird knowing like a dude's coming in the room, you know? But, you know, I'm messing with the chick and mind you, I'm seeing all this peripheral.
Right.
So it's extra crazy because it's not straight on. So it's at the corner of my eye. I'm like, yo, this dude got on like a veil and he's half the time he's beating off and he's walking side to side. So it was definitely a difficult space to try to be in.
Crazy.
But I ain't no front, bro. At the time I'm greedy. I want this bread. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the scenario and I'm trying to make it work. But it was tough, man. It was tough.
It was just a veil. Somebody told me he had a Yankee fitted over the veil. Everything. So everything was just covering the face. Super duper pause and naked from the neck down every single time.
Come on with these commercials now.
Hey, Uber for Dan? Yeah, that's me. How's your day?
Every single time, man. So that's a little construed, right? It was a veil, just period. Like the ones the Muslim women wear, so you don't see anything but the eyes. But I think at some point after like the year and change, and it was a while, he wore the veil for a minute.
Right.
I think they might have figured out. I saw the TV, and at some point he just changed to a Yankee fitted. So at some point he dropped the veil, and I guess he knew. Maybe he saw the TV on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Surprise, 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 surprise.
I probably left it, and I guess he figured out. All right, homie figured it out, so he stopped wearing the veil, and he was just like rocker fitted.
Right. I also seen that you say when you and her were doing what you guys were doing, he would be pacing back and forth with a bottle of Astroglide.
Yeah, man. Every time, it was
Cam,
obviously
the smooth and calm with it, but it's
something he was into in
diabolical.
terms of visually watching this. So
What was being done with the Astroglide though? Paul?
I guess he's using it as lubricant to beat off. You know what I'm saying? That was, he's pleasuring himself during the action. So I'm obviously he's using that for lube.
Do you consider Puff a cuckold?
Yeah, I mean the whole time that's what I thought it was.
Right.
Yeah, I thought it was.
It's because you keep using the word voyeur. This is cuckold activity.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, we're gonna step it up to cuckold.
Yeah. So I'm saying voyeur because that's what she said to me.
Right.
Like when I came in.
You know why? Because they down. You know why? Because voyeur don't seem as bad as cuckold. So they downplay it with the I'm just a voyeur. Nah, you was an official cuckold, nigga. Because voyeur can mean you watching anybody, not your girl. Cuckold is when your girl is in play. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he sound cuckoldish, man. Did Puff ever participate?
Nah, man. Nah, he stayed across the room. Like I said in my testimony, the closest he got to actual action, like it was one time, all this stuff, almost every session happened in the living room, but it was one specific one where we got moved to the bedroom, me and her. Mm-hmm. So in the bedroom, he's in a closer proximity because he's walking around the bed. And at some point, like almost at like the strip club, he took like a stack of hundreds and just threw it on the bed while we was when me and her was having sex, and we both was like what's going on? And he just was like, nah, I'm enjoying this shit.
That's nasty work.
And we just kept doing what we was doing.
Right. So the nigga basically
he almost got like he got an embarrassing face look on, but he's already out, so he's coming out. But he asked the question, "Is he gay?" He said no. You know what I mean? And let's keep it rolling.
I'm gathering information as we talk. Y'all in the bed, he's circling the room, takes out second hundred, just throw it on the bed.
Throw it on the bed.
Wow. It's crazy. Sorry about that. I was just thinking, what was the most money you made doing this with them?
Every single time I came, it was $1,200 or $2,000. But like I said, sometimes I could come 3 days in a row.
Right. So
so it would be $1,200, $2,000, $1,200 for that. You know what I'm saying?
For that session.
3 days. Yeah, exactly.
Got you. And it would last 2-3 days?
Yeah, 2-3 days, but not straight. Like a few hours, I'll go home, you'll come back again. A few hours, I'll go home, come back again.
Let me skip, because I don't want to play this whole thing, y'all. And we almost there anyway. So matter of fact, it is coming up. All right, let's go. We right there.
That nigga's on time. That nigga's on clockwork. That's a wild nigga, man. I also seen that you say Cassie said she felt comfortable with you. Did you take that as she liked you?
Not really. I knew it was clear, man. This was something we were setting up for her dude, right? At the time, I'm thinking her husband, because she said this to me the very first encounter, right? So I didn't think it was a personable, she's into me. But obviously, if this is something that has to be done based on their sexual fetish, well, she's going to do it with somebody that, all right, I'm comfortable with this dude, you know?
Right.
So I always took it as, however the vibe was, however things went, it worked for her. So that's why she said, I want to call you back, you know?
Got you. Did Puff ever appear jealous while you guys were having intercourse or participating with each other?
Not at all, man. Not at all. It was like
shit.
good to go. Like I told you, the focus was making sure he got the right visuals, the lighting was right, put more baby oil on. Like he was into it from an enjoyment standpoint, not. Yeah.
So, but you saying he basically never was jealous. Did Cassie ever reach out to you without Puff?
Nah, I was strictly business. And honestly, man, I wasn't even trying to play that, get caught up in some type of fantasy. I know one of the other dudes got caught up in some fantasy of they could be together. I knew what it was, man. Like, right. She with a dude in $30,000 a night suites. Like I move, I can pull it off with chicks, but that's a tough act to follow. You know what I'm saying? So I saw it as an opportunity, man, and I was just trying to come through to, come up whatever way I could with that easy money, how I saw it.
Yeah, I ain't knocking you, my nigga. How was that pussy, though?
I mean, bro.
There go the question, baby.
Even if it was fire.
Bro, was the pussy good, family? Let's stop the political shit. We was Harlem time, my nigga. You 39th Street on 40th. Was the pussy, how was that pussy, my nigga?
Bro, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I couldn't get there, bro.
Okay.
Like, I got a dude pacing back and forth, beating his joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My peripherals, my spider senses is wilding. You know what I'm saying? And especially when I found out it was Puff. When I found out it was Puff,
here's the thing. Again, I know y'all already watched this, but he asked him about basically he the Punisher said that Puffy will want him to come inside of a pussy or around it or on top of the lips and stuff like that. Now that I mean I guess you could come with a softie. Pause for the pauses out there. I mean, I probably did it 1 or 2 times in the past, but I'm a strong man. But 9 times out of 10, you got to get swole up before it comes out. You know what I mean? Like that shit rock out. So I'm pretty sure you felt the width and the depth of the pussy. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all right now. I'd have came in it, but I don't know if look. At the end of the day, shut the fuck up, Mike.
All the way worse, because if you grew up in Harlem, if you grew up in that era, I can't validate it, but everybody knows there's rumors, right? There's rumors that he could be, interested in dudes. So the whole time I'm semi-paranoid. Like I wrote in my book, bro, for real, I got a hearing problem.
Right.
And sometimes when he would give her directions, I would hear like something completely different. Like he'll say, yo, I like the position you in. And I'm like, yo, did he just say, I wish I could penetrate him? Like,
that's insane work.
You know what I'm saying?
That's insane
I'm hearing like, yo, hold up, wait, what did he just say? Like,
that's insane.
So basically you never could get comfortable because, so let's just be clear and get the elephant out the room for the audience. You're not gay, you're saying?
Absolutely not.
Right. So therefore you're saying that already, just to put everything into perspective, that you're there for this chicken to get this money. You don't know it's Puff this whole time. So you're already thinking like, okay, this nigga's being weird, whoever it is, and I got to keep an eye out for him because we don't know what type, in case he want to, if he get mad, if he want to join, I'm not with none of that. I'm here to bone your bitch like you paid me to do and stay the fuck out of it. But what you're saying is the paranoia intensified once you found out it was Puff and you like, oh, hold on, now this shit done got to 10 because not only am I fucking this nigga girl, but it's Puff. So now you saying you hearing shit that you wasn't hearing, and now you can't really enjoy the pussy like you want to enjoy it. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Like I'm not intimately connected, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I don't think I got a real erection the entire time.
Right.
Like I was loading up on any pill, anything that I could take just to get there because I could not connect.
Yeah, we
You know what
going.
I'm saying? It was too paranoid.
I'm not saying that he's lying, but 10 to 12 times, I know you're going for that chicken, but you can't. Nobody's going to invite you 10 to 12 times if you're not performing. I don't know this game. I don't know. I'm not even trying to get into it. So I'm trying to balance this stuff out. What makes sense and what's kind of a little iffy. But y'all let me know y'all comments in the comment section. But do you think that he's kind of yoga stretching the truth? Like he's just yoga stretching. He's just stretching that shit. You know what I mean? Is he lying a little bit? Y'all let me know in the goddamn comment section.
It was official paranoid, bro. Like,
Right.
Because I'm not used to being in that situation. And then it's like homie got on the veil and he butt naked. And then like I said, I find out it's Puff. And then it's the rumors. So real talk, I'm like, yo, I don't want this to go left.
Right.
So.
Well, listen, man, we gonna get you some pink horsepower because it don't matter what the situation is. That joint work. We gonna, you from the block. We'll send you a case up there. Nah, you already, nigga. That ain't about nothing. Did you go raw ever?
Yo, bro. Yeah, for real, bro. That same day when he threw the stack of hundreds.
Right.
Like that was like we were on the bed and I started out, I'm eating a box, right? And after, you would tell it was like some excitement, some connection. So when I pop up, she's scooting towards me for the penetration, and she kind of looked at him, and he was like, "Yo, go ahead, have a good time." And I was wild reckless. I just
right.
It was what it was.
So it's only one time you went raw. You repeatedly went raw.
That was, let's say that was the fourth time, and then it was every time to the last time.
Got you. Gotta go raw sometime. You gotta go raw and Cassie. It be like that, my nigga. Some of my co-hosts, they got a couple questions for you, but I got one more question before they ask you a couple questions. We hear about 50's baby mom, Daphne, being involved in some of these things. Did you ever fuck Daphne, 50 Cent's baby mother?
Nah, every time I was called or involved in any way, it was only Cassie specifically.
All right, cool, man.
I'm gonna leave that one right there. But 50 Cent did respond. He did respond, but it wasn't nothing crazy. But basically he said
some of my co-hosts, they got a couple.
Well, we already know. But he said we hear. He said, excuse me. He said, well, here come the bullshit. Don't kiss my boy pee-pee mouth. You know what I mean? That's kind of crazy, man. But that was some petty shit that Cam slipped in there. You know what I mean? So, but it's good that Cam and 50, they cool now. You understand what I'm saying? It's good that they reconcile their differences and all that, man. But anyway, I'm not gonna talk your head off. But this is my point of view as I close. This is a wild situation. Salute to Cam. And I'm surprised that he went up there because Cam was gonna ask the right questions. He's not gonna sugarcoat shit. He's gonna ask that question, you dig, that everybody wanna know, you know what I mean? But he did it smooth and calm, but it was diabolical, nasty work. You dig what I'm saying? So he did a great job. But this dude right here, man, salute to the Punisher, man. I do feel like he kind of yoga stressed the truth a little bit. You know what I mean? Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section. Would you have continued to participate in these kind of activities if you're not gay and you are have a business of sex and pleasing people when they pay you? Whatever. If y'all interested in doing that work, y'all know what to do, because I don't. Let me know y'all thoughts in the goddamn comment section. Bye.